Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Andrew Stott and I'm the Emperor of Stomaria. Today I want to give a progress report for Southwood, a Stomarian province. So this is the first time that I've been back down to Southwood and of course Wayward South, the adjoining province over there, since the Imperial Summit, and I haven't really come down here to do any work today. I just came here to tidy up the last of the bits from the Imperial Summit, to square things up a little bit and basically to pack things down for the next summit next year. I have done a few little odd jobs around here, and I have also, if you have a look at the rhubarb, I mean there's still quite a lot of it, but I have thinned it out quite significantly because we have just harvested the second batch of rhubarb, so there's plenty of it, and that's going to be utilized by the Imperial family in some form or another, or otherwise given away or sold and utilized. So as I say, I have harvested quite a lot of it, and I think our freezer will be full of rhubarb for some time now, but there is still quite a lot going on. And likewise with the raspberries, we are starting to get a lot of fruit now. You can start to see that the berries are starting to come out. Annoyingly, most of them are actually popping out outside of the cage, so that kind of backfired rather significantly. We have had a few ripen. I know King Daniel of Wayward has had more than a few, just to test them as it were, but I suppose it's better that he eat them than the birds. So they are growing very, very well indeed. The straw bales that we had for the Imperial Summit, we were initially going to get rid of them, because we had those in 2024 as well, and they're past their prime. I mean, they could still have been used, but it just takes up so much space. So we were going to get rid of them. But on reflection, we have decided to keep them. So they have just been relocated over here and covered with a tarp just to keep the worst of the weather off it, with the idea being that they can be used for the chickens. So chicken bedding and the like. So gradually we'll utilize that. So that's all fine and dandy. The flags, I spent a little bit of time actually taking down, taking apart and putting away. So that's all done, which reminds me actually I need to change that flag back to the Waywoodian flag. Because obviously Wayward South, I can't remember if I actually, I must have highlighted this in a video. Maybe not actually, because I think they only went out on the Imperial Summit. But here we have the granite tablets, which are now out on full display. So we have Southwood, a province of the Empire governed by Stomaria, and that's obviously all of these lands. I mean, the boundary is technically, I don't know, around here, I think, and then up that way. But this side is Southwood under Stomaria, and then obviously we have Wayward South, the province of the Empire governed by Wayward, which is obviously down that way. So underneath the tablets, we will have the Stomarian and the Waywoodian flags. So that will be put up very, very shortly before I leave. But otherwise, I don't think a lot happened. I mean, as I say, I harvested the rhubarb and I've squared up a few things, tidied up a few things, but nothing too extraordinary. King Daniel did pop down for a while, and we had some talks about some of the plans for the land and some of the prospects for the future, so that's exciting stuff. And yeah, it's to do with like a camping, glamping kind of setup, along with discussions about the chickens, relocating some of these flower beds, rearranging some of the ponds, relocating them. Relocating the throne was discussed again. I think we have kind of settled on a potential home for that to spend the rest of its days. But yeah, nothing too much to actually report in this progress report, because I was trying to get the land more or less ready for the Imperial Summit. And the Imperial Summit has come and gone. It was a fun affair. I mean, it was very wet at times, as a lot of people will know if you've watched any of the footage from the Imperial Summit review video that was put out a little while ago. But the land, I think, is more or less where it needs to be, and I don't really foresee many more progress reports in the foreseeable future unless anything drastic changes, because I don't actually have any plans. I mean, Wayward South is a slightly different story. We do have some bits to do over there, some odd jobs, just relocating a few bits and bobs. So it should be, I imagine, no more than a day really of work to knock all that out, but nothing that's going to drastically alter the area at all. And it would be a specifically Wayward South kind of update, because as I say, I think Southwood is, I think it's about there. So I'm not too worried about any further updates for Wayward South for the foreseeable future, but do keep an eye out for further progress reports, because we may have some progress reports coming, not just for Wayward South in the future, but also potentially a new province of the Empire, and hopefully we shall have some news about that in the coming weeks and months, but I shan't say too much about it yet. But the next progress report you see may well be another province of the Empire in a different part of the world, so keep an eye out for that one. If you want to learn more about Stomaria or play an active role in our development and expansion, visit our website at www.stomaria.com and find out what it means to be a Stomarian.